What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This week, I want to talk about flipping hooks. Not the style of flipping hook, but actually sizes. So, in the spring this year, last year now, I bought my first set of flipping hooks. And I was really curious as to what the different size hooks looked like on the different baits that I fished. So, I picked up 3 different sizes of the 6th Sense Ox flipping hooks. We got 3/0, 4/0, and 5/0. And I've got them rigged up on various baits that I use pretty frequently. And I'll show you the size, give you a brief rundown of why I picked that size for each bait, and then hopefully some of this information will translate into the baits that you fish. So we'll start with the 3/0. The 2 baits that stood out to me that I fish pretty regularly are the Reaction Innovation Smalley Beaver and the Strike King Rage Tail. Now, normally these 2 baits are primarily trailers for me, typically jig trailers, but if I were to flip them, this hook would be perfectly suited for that. It's not oversized for the bait, and there is more than enough room when you set the hook to get good hook penetration through the plastic. So 3/0, Smalley Beaver, Rage Tail. In the 4/0, I also use the Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver and the Rage Craw by Strike King. And again, even with this Sweet Beaver, there's still plenty of hook penetration for you when you set the hook with that size 4. And there's absolutely enough with the craw. The size 5, these are pretty large baits, which is why I put them on a 5. The 5/0 hook has a lot more clearance between the hook point and the shank. This one is a Big Bite Baits BFE, and even when you set the hook, you can see you've got between the plastic and the hook point plenty of room for hook penetration there. This is the River to Sea Mad Yabby, and again, if you set the hook on one with this, you've got plenty of room for that hook to penetrate. So 3, 4, and 5. There is one bait that actually could work with all of them that I also really like to use. That is a Zoom Speed Craw, and this bait is well suited. You could run 3, 4, or 5/0 on it, which is kind of nice because of how versatile that one is. For me, if you were only going to buy one, I would probably stick to the 4/0. The 4/0 is going to be the most versatile that you'll have. Typically, for me especially, I'm not flipping something that small. That's not what I'm going to use that for. If you had a 5/0, you could still use it on, say, a Sweet Beaver. If you had the 4/0 hook, you could still use it on something like this. I think it would be fine. Some people tend to go smaller on the hook anyway, especially when they're punching heavy cover, because it's less friction between the mat and it's a little easier to get down underneath that cover. So 3/0, 4/0, 5/0, whichever one would do for you. Hopefully this lineup will help you decide that. And again, as always, if you could like the video, comment below with anything you use these for, and subscribe to the channel, that would be fantastic. We're going to be posting videos every Monday, and they'll be kind of like this, just casual sit downs, talk about some tackle. So hopefully you'll join me for those. So until next time, wherever you are, whatever you do, love the cast.